G'day guys, Grazy here with my very first NBA 2K19 video for my player. This year's tagline is "They will know your name," and my name is Gary Sprewell. Gary for Gary Sanchez, and Sprewell for the great man Latrell. Latrell's the guy who got me interested in the NBA many years ago, so this is my homage to Spree. We've gone with a 6'11", two-way post-scoring centre. We want to be solid at both ends of the court. We want to be able to set screens. We want to be able to get to the basket. We want to be able to finish around the rim. We want to be a good rebounder. We want to be able to block some shots. Basically, we just want a very good all-round centre. Centre's new to me in 2K. Like most people, I normally just stick with my traditional point guard and leave it at that. So this year, we've stepped out of our comfort zone and we've gone with a big man. Haven't maxed out any attributes yet. We're running about a 63. We've just gotten through the prelude, which begins with the Shanghai Bears. This was a very unexpected start to the game, and I thought it had a very good setting, very good atmosphere, and I quite enjoyed these few games. It was a little bit on the short side. I think you only get the 3 games in, culminating in a final game against the NBA All-Stars. We came up a little bit short in that game, but you won't see it on this footage because my Streamlabs died, and I was very annoyed. About halfway through the second quarter, it decided to die, and we missed some really good highlights. We threw down a couple of nice dunks in that game, but you just have to take my word for it because we've got no evidence of that actually happening. After we run in for a few games in Shanghai, we find ourselves off to Indiana. We're on the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. The bloody Mad Ants, folks. We're in the G League, in the middle of the American basketball heartland. Again, not a bad setting. I was expecting to just pick up and be traded straight to an NBA team at the start of NBA 2K19, but you have a few games and you have to work your way through the G League. There's a bit of a story mode there. I was quite disappointed by the story mode. The cutscenes didn't really do much for me. I didn't particularly like any of the characters, with the worst character being our guy, AI. He's a real sook. He's a bit of a depressed mess. He thinks the world owes him everything. I really don't like this guy. I don't find him likeable at all, and he's actually not someone you want to succeed, which is unfortunate because he's our character. I thought he was a bit of a disappointment, not a great personality, but once we've got through all these cutscenes and make it to the NBA, we should be good to go. As you can see there, we've gone with post scoring as our first option, with defending as our second option for our archetype. Basic, you're not going to see a lot of flashy stuff in these early videos, just because my guy's a 60 overall here, gets to 63, but he can do some pretty basic dunks, and we don't venture too far away from that basket. We do pretty solid rebounding work, picked up a couple of block shots. Our ball handling's a little bit suspect at this point early in the game. If we hold that ball for too long, there's a very, very high chance it's going to get stolen. But I think we've built a pretty solid all-around character, and hopefully we can invest some VC into him and build him up as the time progresses. I have got the 2K19 Anniversary Edition, so we do have 100,000 VC up our sleeve, but I think we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. I think we're going to grind big Gary Sprewell, and he's going to earn his attributes. We definitely want to get a new dunk package. We want to be able to throw down some pretty good dunks. At 6'11", 260, we definitely got some size. We should be able to get some contact dunks. We should be okay on the rebounding side. That's just more about positioning. We've got a pretty strong character, so we should be alright there. And we still want to be able to get up and down the court. We don't want to be a liability at either end. So I think we've built a pretty solid character. Prelude's been and gone. Pretty glad to get through the prelude. On the next episode, we'll see which NBA team we end up on. There's a few teams showing interest, which I think is a good way to do it. So then you have to negotiate a contract, and I'll see which NBA team we end up on. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this year. I look forward to getting some post moves. And look here, we just had a random game of basketball in Indiana. Just pulled up and a bit of 2-on-2 action. That was a bit of a nice twist. That's probably one of my favourite parts of the prelude, actually. You can see here, the Bulls are interested. The Knicks have got a bit of interest in us. The Cleveland Cavaliers have got a little bit of interest in us. But we'll see where we end up. We'll just leave you with a couple of highlights here, and we'll close it out, and we'll be back next time. Thanks very much for watching, guys. That was the first episode done and dusted. If you enjoyed that one, feel free to tap that thumbs up button, maybe even hit the subscribe, that'd be handy as well. If you have any feedback or anything you'd like to see in this My Player series, open to all suggestions, any feedback much appreciated. Also going to do a My Team series as well, so if there's anything there you'd like to see, again, just pop it in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching.